फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू द ब्रॉडकास्ट। तो स्वागत है आप सभी का यहाँ पे वंस अगेन। बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट अपडेट यहाँ पे फाइनली दोस्तों रिलीज़ हो चुकी है, उसको यहाँ पे देखेंगे। सो प्लीज़ मेक श्योर करना यहाँ पे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर देना दोस्तों, फॉर द लेटेस्ट बैंकिंग एंड पेंशन रिलेटेड अपडेट्स के लिए। सो स्टार्ट करते हैं बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट अपडेट जो यहाँ पे अभी है हमारे पास। सो होपफुली यहाँ पे जो अपडेट है वो आपको शेयर कर देना, बस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लेना दोस्तों, फॉर द लेटेस्ट बैंकिंग एंड पेंशन रिलेटेड अपडेट्स के लिए। सो ऑल इंडिया स्टेट बैंक ऑफिसर फेडरेशन का आपको पता है, इन द हॉनरेबल दिल्ली हाई कोर्ट में जो कमेटी की रिपोर्ट सबमिट करनी है उसके रिगार्डिंग है टू द एडिशनल सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज, द चेयरमैन कमेटी ऑन पेंशन मैटर्स ऑफ SBI committee for considering and examining the representations made by the petitioners in writ petition number 1875 by 2013 titled Federation of SBI Pensioners Association ORS versus Union of India. So on behalf of All India Bank State Officer Federation, an organization representing the dedicated supervisory cadre in SBI, so I extend our heartfelt gratitude for affording us the opportunity to share our perspective and suggestions regarding the pension related matters within the SBI. So our federation, comprising approximately 1 lakh officers, take immense pride in serving the noble cause of advocating for the right and welfare of SBI pensioners, and we believe in the principle of fairness, equity and transparency in our dealing. With utmost respect for our esteemed organization, the SBI, and the cherished member we represent. So please find attached a memorandum that outlines the concern and grievances faced by SBI pensioners. So these concerns reflect significant discrepancies within the current pension system of SBI, which we firmly believe require thoughtful consideration and timely resolution. So once again, thank you for your invaluable time and consideration. So we are hopeful for a favorable response. So जो submissions हैं, submissions before the committee for considering and examining the representations made by petitioners in writ petition number 1875 by 2013 titled Federation of SBI and ORS versus Union of India. We would like you to express our sincere gratitude to the Honorable Committee on behalf of All India Bank State Bank Officer Federation for this pivotal opportunity to contribute to discussion and present our views and suggestions. The SBI pension related issues are the utmost importance because they have direct impact on the well-being of our distinguished serving and retired colleagues. We respectfully submit the following recommendations for sympathetic and objective consideration of Honorable Committee concerning the issue surrounding the existing pension scheme with the State Bank of India as governed by SBI pension regulations. You are aware that discussions pertaining to SBI pension matters do not form a part of these negotiations. There are currently two different kinds of pensioners in our bank governed by SBI pension regulations. So since the 40-50% pension concept was implemented from 1st March 1999, so pension inside the organization have been divided according to their salaries. So the statistics reveals a stark difference in pension distributions. So even though 83% of our pensioners, including junior officer, clerical and subordinate staff, get pension at a 50% rate, 17% of our senior retirees receive 40% of the last drawn as a pension. So members of aggrieved group of SBI pensioners have retired from key and executive positions inside the bank. They have shouldered significant responsibilities at senior level and provided leadership that played a crucial role in shaping the bank into its present form. The existing pension structure manifests a glaring disparity as junior officers and clerical staff often receive pensions that exceed those of their senior colleagues. For example, the pension for clerical staff is currently comparable to or even greater than the pension of officer retiring at a chief minister level, a position 4 times higher. So it would not be out of place to mention here that the pension has been long-standing tradition within SBI, so dating back to the days of Presidency banks in 1806. The practice continued through the era of Imperial Bank in 1921 and perished even after the establishment of State Bank of India in 1955. So initially pension ceiling for senior officers were set in accordance with the Bank of Bombay model by liking to the 50% maximum salary that a senior grade officer could earn. So subsequent revisions for retirees under the 4th and 5th BPS continue to adopt this rationale. However, a significant deviation occurred starting from the 6th BPS. सो सिक्स बीपीएस के आफ्टर बॉडी यहाँ पे सिग्निफिकेंट डिटेशन ऑकर हुआ है. So effective March 1, 1999, the pension ceiling was revised using a fundamentally different logic through the administration order. So the new system introduced a bifurcated structure: 50% of last salary up to a certain level and 40% behind that. So surprisingly, this new ceiling was connected to the highest pay for a union management grade scale 1 officer, a substantial reduction from its prior connection to DMD level compensation. So the substantial reduction effectively displacing a ceiling from DMD to a junior management officer level is not only perplexing but unjustified. So our federation is representing since that time to remove this anomaly. So pension calculations in SBI are governed by Regulation 23, one of the SBI employee pension fund regulations. So according to this rule, the pension amount is calculated at a rate of 1/60th part of every year pensionable service of average monthly substantive salary drawn during the last 12 months pensionable service. So originally Regulation 23(1) was designed to calculate pension based on the number of qualifying service years, so effectively yielding a pension equal to 50% of last pay for those who served for a maximum of 30 years. However, subsequent amendments, specifically the addition of sub-regulation 2 and 3, have constrained the pension amount that retirees can receive. So the restrictions imposed by Regulation 23(2) of SBI pension regulations are contingent on the period of bipart settlement under which an individual retires. Consequently, it is stipulated that if average monthly subsequent salary during the last 12 months pensionable service is up to rupees 80,450 per month, and 50% of that average monthly substantial salary should be used in pension calculations. However, if the average monthly substantial salary during the last 12 months pensionable service exceeds rupees 80,450 per month, then 40% of that average should be utilized for pension calculation. तो ये यहाँ पे इम्पोर्टेंट है दोस्तों. सो दिस इज़ द इम्पोर्टेंट सर्कुलर जो आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं. इसको मैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में एक बार फिर से कवर अप करूँगा फ्रेंड्स. So till then stay tuned to the channel for the latest banking and pension related updates.